What's good, guys? It's Nyx Lotus with 5 creatures that should definitely be legendary. If you enjoy the content, be sure to subscribe and comment. Also, the Patreon for the channel is officially up and running, so if you'd like to show a little extra support, consider becoming a patron. Starts at only $1, and please don't feel obligated. The support you guys show me here on YouTube is amazing. Up first, we got Hooded Blightfang, 2 and a black for a 1/4 Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch attacks, each opponent loses 1 and you gain 1. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals damage to a Planeswalker, destroy that Planeswalker. This build would be so fun, running small Death Touchers like Typhoid Rats and Ruthless Ripper to get early aggro on the opponents. I'm talking real fast, faster than my Rule 34 search once Atomic Heart dropped. Cards like Ogre Slumlord and Blood Artist to make blocks especially hard for our opponents, Grave Pact as well. Sanguine Bond would also be an amazing add, just swinging drains our opponents and gains us life. And as an added bonus, these Death Touchers would make it a lot harder for all those dumbass Ren and Siri cat tokens to keep blocking everything I try to swing their way. It's a funky little mono black build that I feel isn't represented with the current commanders available. Up next is Sarinth Great Worm, 4 a red and a green for a 7/6 trample. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, create a tapped Power Stone. If you don't know Power Stones, they're mana rocks that tap for a colorless that can only be used to play artifacts and activate abilities. This ability is also for every land that enters, not just yours, it's also your opponent's. Tons of mana ramp like the classics Rampant Growth, Harrow, Oracle of Moldiah to maximize land drops on your side, flooding your board with Power Stones and mana. Crucible of Worlds and Runamap Excavators to make your sack lands more redundant, and then use all that land and Power Stones to play cards like Darksteel and Blightsteel Colossus. This is a super cool artifact deck with a green stompy feel, and I'm here for it. Nightmare Shepherd is next. At 2 and 2 black for a 4/4 flyer, whenever a creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 1/1 Nightmare in addition to its other types. It's really got my Infernal Spawn of Evil really living up to its name on this one. And I know it's not playable, god damn it, it was the cutest black creature I could find. Sit your ass down. Yeah. My brain immediately went to an aristocrat style deck that also runs creatures with impactful triggers to come back. Think Shieldred or Butcher of Malakar. I know Merkul does the same thing, kind of, but they come back as enchantments and not creatures, and the creature aspect opens us up to continue sacking them, and of course just use them as blockers. Scrapyard Recombiner is next, a super interesting tribal build with this one. 3 colorless for a 0/0 modular 2. Tap it, sacrifice an artifact, search your library for a construct card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. I love the little tutor on this, and it feels a lot better than my opponent playing Scheming Symmetry because we're both mana fucked, and then me playing You Find Some Prisoners in response.
Motherfucker.
I'm reprehensible and accept any punishment you see fit. A construct artifact commander deck seems so fun and has a ton of support. Foundry Inspector, Hangerback Walker, Mere Battlesphere, Metalwork Colossus, Myriad Construct, Walking Ballista, Steel Overseer. Look at all that powerful shit. Look at it. Make some fun commanders like this, Wizards, like this little cutie right here. And lastly, we've got the headliners. Soulfire Grandmaster. 1 and a white for a 2/2 lifelink. Instants and sorceries you control have lifelink. Pay 2 and 2 hybrid is it. The next time you would cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, return it to your hand instead of your graveyard. But why don't you just run Fire Song? It's already a legendary. You know what hypothetical means, right? Yeah, this whole video is that. Run all the mono red board wipes like Chain Reaction and Blasphemous Act, and pair it with cards like the Wanderer and Mark of Asylum for a 1-way board wipe. Pair it with Soulfire's ability and just keep wiping the board, keep gaining a bunch of life. And sure, pair this thing with some extra turn cards if you want to be a complete piece of shit. I mean, you're probably a Narset player anyway, so just run that bad boy. Oh yeah, I'm a piece of shit, baby. Okay. Anyway, if you guys liked the video, drop a sub and comment, and consider becoming a patron over at Patreon. Much love, and go play some Magic, guys.